I am so grateful to God that she has consented to be my wife. Would you help me? Thank God for Dr. Karri Turner. Come on. I can't tell you how happy I am, how happy my family is, how happy my children are, and I hope my church is happy for me. I wanted you to know from me. I want you to know from me. I want you to know from me why it is that I wanted to marry this woman. Is not just because she's beautiful, but because she's brilliant, because she is anointed, and she makes me a better man, and I'm grateful. I wanted to marry her because I wanted her to be the moon, because I don't want there to be a night that I don't see her. I wanted her to be the sun, to be a reminder that the dark season of my life is over. I wanted her to be a rainbow, just to be a reminder that God's promise is still good for my life. And I wanted her to be the rain, to let me know that the harvest is coming. And so for 5 years, you've just had a pastor. But going forward for the rest of my days, you're going to have a first lady. And I'm so grateful.
Well, Pastor Jamal Bryant, as you guys may know him as Pastor Holy something something, is
who called him that?
Giselle. No, it wasn't. No, who was it? I think it was Monique Samuels.
Ooh.
It was either Monique or it was Candace, which that was a good punchline. But he is engaged to another fellow pastor, Karri Turner, you all. He just announced his engagement to his congregation. I think was it last night or the morning previous. What do
beautiful
we think
woman.
Of this?
I mean, she's beautiful, obviously. She's young. And she seems to be well accomplished. She's written some books.
Yeah.
I did not know that she was the one who wrote the Girl Bible. I had seen that book before, but I didn't know that she was the one who wrote that. And then she wrote another book. I can't remember the name, but yeah, so she's accomplished, right? She seems to be this, like, I don't want to say influencer, but obviously she influences women.
Yeah.
And you go onto her Instagram, she has a lot of wonderful, inspiring quotes there. Yeah, like women's empowerment, that kind of thing. I just wonder she seems to be
a very nice person.
Like coming from a high vibration.
I don't know about him.
Somewhat, and I just wonder how he came into her radar. Like how?
I am wondering, maybe, because we often attract people based on the same vibration we are at in our love life sometimes.
Or sometimes it's just a test. Because a lot of times before the actual right
God
person
says
comes
to
to
your
you,
person, Satan brings you somebody.
Yeah, he always tries.
He always does that.
So you got to do your investigation. You
Yeah.
got to really check this person out.
And we're not saying
Let
that
it marinate
Jamal,
for a while.
We're not saying Jamal is of Satan. We're not.
No, absolutely
But we're
not.
just saying
Well,
that, sometimes the person for you, maybe sometimes, a distraction or maybe a stand-in will come before your right match. And I don't know if he is the right match for her. Because me, body language, she seemed very taken with him and very much in love. Me, it seemed like he was talking to the congregation and not her.
And I don't even know if he was talking to the congregation or if he just wanted to hear himself speak. That's the thing with this guy. He's not for her.
And then he was asking her to be all these things, the sun, the moon, the this, the that.
The rainbow.
What are you going to be for her?
The rainfall. And not only that, some of the things,
it just seemed very odd.
Why does he need the rainfall? Why does he need this? Why does he need that? You're asking her to be all these things for you because they signify certain things in your life, where I feel as though it's almost as if you want her to take the place that God needs to take in your life, Pastor. And sometimes when you put a woman up there on a pedestal like that, it's almost as if you just want her being there for you to look at as a trophy.
Yeah.
Are you really trying to be in a relationship with this woman where you guys are partners, where
you see
you're
her for
going
who
to
she is.
Exactly, where you're going to love her the way God wants her to be loved?
Yeah.
And you're so right. You want her to be all these things for you.
What are you going to be for her?
What are you going to be for her? It's almost as if I'm the pastor. He has that kind of mentality where I am this pastor, right? And for the time that I spend speaking to my congregation, everyone else around me in my life has to be like a soft place for me to land. But are you going to be that for her? Are you that for the people who are closest to you? So it just says that my kids are happy for me. It was all about him. You know what I'm saying? I just heard a lot about him. So, and she was crying. It's as if, you know what she reminds me of? She reminds me of that woman who has been waiting on her Lord for such a long time, right? For that man to come, that husband, and someone shows up very quickly, but it's not the right person. But she has been waiting. And so sometimes our eyes are colored because we're trying to see what we hope is there. But if we will just
take a breath,
stay close to our Lord, even in this moment that we think that he has brought us a gift, that answer will come if we're just patient to make sure that he really is from him. And just from what I'm seeing, he's not. Maybe he's for somebody else, but not for Karri. Not for Karri. I don't think so. But the way she was crying, man, and so she seemed so grateful. She seemed so happy that he is going to wife her. I don't know. And what did you make of his outfit, what he was wearing?
He was about to lead the French Revolution.
That's what someone said in the comments, right? I was just wondering.
He looked confused. The suit was too short. He looked odd. The embroidery on the suit. But
you know something?
He looked confused.
Maybe
I was confused.
I don't know. Maybe this is who he really is. Maybe this is that inner this is the real Jamal in that suit. And maybe she, being younger, has brought that out in him. And he feels like, I finally can be accepted for who I am. I don't need to put on a suit and look like a pastor, quote unquote. I can wear my really funky outfit and she loves me. She sees that playful, flamboyant side of myself. Yeah, but
he looked like he was in a mariachi band. My brother is confused. I'm confused for sis.
I'm very confused for sis. Because I mean, I was just like, when I saw her Instagram and I read more about her, I was just like, how did you attract this man?
Yeah.
Where'd he come from?
I also heard that he had gotten a woman in the congregation pregnant who was
Wasn't that what we had heard when we were watching how the Real Housewives of Potomac?
Yeah.
Right? Because first they were in a relationship, right? About 4 or 5 years ago.
And then
they got these receipts that he had made this woman pregnant, and then all of a sudden they were no longer together. Where that woman's child is, was it a lie? Is there some truth to that? Do you guys know?
Long time.
And if that's the case, is that why he talked about all my children are happy for me, as if to say like, look, yeah, I know I did something foul not too long ago, but look, even that child is happy for me. They're all happy for me. So you all must be happy for me. Forget about my past stuff that I just did not too long ago. 5 years is not that long ago. 4 or 5 years is not that long ago. But here we are. She has made me a better man. This woman has made me a better man. She's come in my life. I realized that I don't need to be out here cheating. She has made me a better man. And I'm good. And my kids are happy for me. So we're good. Forget about their mothers and all the hell I put those mothers through and all my cheating ways. But we're good. And I got a good one here because, hey, she's my raindrop or my rainfall. She my rainbow. She my moon. And she's my son. Okay? So I've been blessed with all those creations of the Creator.
All the sinning I've done,
has all been put in this one woman. Okay? And she's going to be that for me. And guess what? You all get to get part of that rain and the rainbow and the sun and the moon. Because guess what? She's going to be you all's first lady. Damn, sis, you have a job before you even the wedding. Whew, child. Anywho,
long time.
It sounds like a lot of work.
I think when you get with somebody or you get married or whatever, that person is supposed to, I saw something today that, your soulmate is not supposed to complete you. They're supposed to complement you. Okay? They're not supposed to fix the other half of your life that you effed up. They are supposed to enhance your happiness, bring you more light, love, and all that stuff. But they're not here to repair anything or fix you or be the sun, the moon, the rainfall, and everything in between. And then the potato chips on the couch.
I just felt like he was trying to put her in a place that God should take in his life. See? Because a woman submits to a man who submits to God. But if you have put the woman in the place of God, then it's like, are you still submitting to God? Are you know what I'm saying? And
also this whole thing
don't
about
get
submission.
fooled, sis. No, when I'm talking about submit, I'm talking about, in a sense, when people get married, they kind of, both of them in a sense, submit to each other in a sense, but they're both submitting to God.
What does that actually mean?
Like submission,
I'm submitting myself to you. Okay,
well, submission to me is like when you submit your will to do God's will, right?
But what does that mean when it comes to another person?
Okay, so when a woman submits herself to a man of Allah, right? What happens is, because he's being led by Allah, right? Someone has to be the head of the family, right?
So
and for a woman to remain in her feminine, nurturing form, she can't get 100% into that masculine energy.
So does submitting, the word, does it just mean that a woman is trusting a man to lead?
You're trusting him to lead your household, a man who submits to God. You're trusting him to lead your household because he's looking to his higher, to the Creator for his understanding, for his leadership. And so that's how he comes into the household.
And how does a man submit to a woman? Because I feel like we have to...
Well, I feel like he listens to her. He listens to her counsel. You understand what I'm saying?
He trusts her to...
He trusts that. Submission to me it's like a
Trust.
it's like there's a trust in there, there's a give in there. You know what I'm saying? So submission to a person, to your spouse, of course, yes, is different than submission to God, but it's maybe submission light. You know,
Okay.
but it's not a
There's
bad
some people
thing.
Like, oh, so
I know
I give my whole
sometimes
life to this man. No,
it's
this
not.
both of my time. I just want to
If
clear
both
my
of you, the thing is, when a man submits to God, right? He understands when his wife says she submits to him. Like, he understands that. He doesn't abuse it. It's not a space for him to abuse that, what the wife is freely giving to him. It is like a gratitude, you know, and it's a responsibility that she's putting on you. It's an extra responsibility that she's putting on you, you know, and it helps you to elevate even more into your manhood. You see, we all have to elevate. A man has to get into his manhood, and the woman has to get into her womanhood. And you really don't get there without the other.
Yeah.
You know, you can be a man, and then when you marry a woman, it's like there's another space of manhood that opens up that you will not have reached if you didn't have this woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a woman, you're a woman. You don't really get into that total womanhood, I don't think, without that nurturing of a child, maybe not your child. It doesn't have to necessarily be your child. But when you start like nurturing, encouraging, and being a mother to others, you get into another form of your womanhood.
Facts.
So
Yeah, y'all.
it goes deeper than that. I'm trying to say something that's really deep in a very tiny piece of moment, but
Yeah, y'all.
if you guys want us to talk more about that, I can.
But we'll see you guys on the next one. Let us know what y'all
I
think
know,
about the
what do you
pastor
think?
being engaged to this poor woman.
Karri. I just, I feel sorry.
We wish you the best, though.